Hi there, Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states. Today's topic's a good one. I've been looking forward to talking about this. I get a lot of emails and calls and all this stuff about secondary market annuities, SMAs, as they're called in the business. I'm going to talk about the current environment and what you kind of need to look out for, and just, as I always do, I strip through the sales pitch, I strip through all of this nonsense that you hear so that you can make an informed decision on your terms and your time frame. They might be good for you. I don't sell secondary market annuities. I'll explain why. I'm not putting them down. They do have their place, but we're going to talk about all of that after this. So let's talk about secondary market annuities, kind of where they came from. You're probably familiar with, you read about people that are in tragic accidents, that they got really injured in like a trucking accident or something, a truck hit a car, and they get a settlement where a judge says, hey, this X company needs to pay this person who got injured a lifetime income stream, et cetera. And it's typically a big amount, okay? That's where the secondary market comes from. It's a structured settlement that's given to this person, and what that person does is they collect the payments, et cetera. It's a good deal. But what happens a lot of times, that person that got the structured settlement, they go back to the judge and they say, you know what? I want to sell a portion of that guaranteed payment for a lump sum. And then it becomes a secondary market annuity. I know that's a little, that might be, I know you probably never heard that, but that's how it works. All right, so when someone pitches you a secondary market annuity, they're saying, well, you can buy this AA plus company, and here's the payment, and the payment seems higher than when you go to my site at theannuityman.com and run the quotes, quoting all carriers for, say, an immediate annuity. But here's the catch. A secondary market annuity, when you buy it, okay, when you buy those payments, you don't own anything, all right? You're buying the rights to the payments. And what's happened currently in the marketplace, attorneys, I call it attorneys general, and you could say attorney generals, but attorneys general, the people that in each state has one, there's a pending lawsuit that's going on right now for the people that own secondary market annuities from the beneficiaries of the people that sold them. So let me give you an example. And the reason I know this very well is a very good friend of mine was the top secondary market annuity distributor in the country, and he's out of it. He's out of business totally because of this pending lawsuit, and it's just gotten really, really messy. So let's just say Jim was in the accident, and Jim went back to the judge, and he sold a portion of those payments off for a lump sum. What's happening right now is Jim's children are going to the judge and saying, wait a minute, we didn't approve of that. We want our payments back. And that's where the lawsuit comes in place, because once again, I said to you, secondary market annuities, you don't own the annuity, you own the rights to the payment, and the lawsuit is all about, do you really own the rights to those payments? Now, it gets messy from there, and you can Google it and read for yourself, but there are some secondary market annuity payments that have been frozen. So people that bought the rights to those payments aren't getting those payments now. You've got to be very on top of it and do your homework on these secondary market annuity payments, of which you're trying to buy the rights to those payments. All right. One thing that when we looked at it as a product category for us, and I'm not putting down the industry, the secondary market annuity industry, but the paperwork is cumbersome. It is thick. I mean, it was, when my CEO and I looked at it, we're like, wow, that is a lot of paperwork for the rights to a payment. And even, when we decided not to do it, we're like, that's kind of messy. That could be messy in the future. And it's kind of turned into that. Now, that doesn't mean that all secondary market annuities are bad or all secondary market annuities are good. What I'm telling you as a consumer and as Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, a person that's going to shoot straight with you and tell you the facts about these things, you need to be very careful. And if you do decide to buy a secondary market annuity, make it a very, very small portion of your portfolio, because of these pending litigation and these attorneys general that are going after these payments on behalf of the beneficiaries of the person that got the structured settlement. I know that's a lot of moving parts, but I think I explained it clearly enough for you to go, wait a minute, that sounds too good to be true. And as I always say, if it sounds too good to be true, it is every single time without exception, especially with annuities. But let's talk about the structured annuity market in general. I think it's a great market. I think it's for the individual that's been injured and deserves that compensation. That's fantastic. You got to go in front of the judge, and the judge says, yes, we're going to get you this lifetime income stream. Where it got messy is when, in a capitalist country like we're in, somebody said, wait a minute, we could buy a portion of those. And so let's just say someone's getting, $70,000 a month. And they will say, well, I don't need $70,000 a month. I need, $35,000 a month. We're going to sell the other $35,000 for a lump sum. That's how the secondary market annuity world starts. And from there, it's just gotten a little bit messy. So just be careful. In my opinion, I think you're better off buying a single premium immediate annuity, a deferred income annuity. Why? Because you own the policy. You don't own the rights to anything. You own the policy. And it's better to own the policy than own the right than to buy the rights to the payments. So you have two decisions: own the policy or rights to the payments. Own the policy, there's no wiggle room there. You have it. That's it. Rights to the payments could get a little messy. So we've kind of covered secondary market annuities. I hope I clarified things for you. If you do happen to own a secondary market annuity and you want someone to give a good opinion on that, contact me. I do have a very good friend that used to be the leader in the industry, and I'm sure he'd be willing to factually help you with the specifics of what you own. But what I would encourage you to do is probably not buy more, and maybe look at a single premium immediate annuity or deferred income annuity instead, even though it might be a little bit less of a payment. But once again, you own it, and there's never going to be a problem. You're always going to get your payments. With secondary market annuities, when it becomes political and attorneys general get involved, and each state's different, it could get messy. It already has gotten messy. And what you don't want in your life, and when you go into the second chapter of your life, which is retirement, you do not want that lifetime income stream to be messy, or that specific income stream with that structured settlement secondary market annuity to be messy. Why not just get a single premium immediate annuity or deferred income annuity? No mess involved. It's a contractual guarantee that you own. Annuities can be complex, and I don't think you need to be complex. The simpler, the better. As I always say, if you can't explain it to a 9-year-old, do not buy it. And for agents and advisors out there, do not sell it. The fact that I had to do a video on explain secondary market annuities to you should be red flag enough for you to kind of move on and just buy the original single premium immediate annuity. Hey, do me a favor, go to my site. You can run quotes on my SPIA calculator, my DIA calculator, QLAC, all that stuff. You can run them 24/7, 365. You can sign up for my books. I'll send them to you for free and under no obligation. You can schedule a call with me, and do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, leave comments and a question if you want to, and I'll answer them. And I'll see you on the next Stan the Annuity Man YouTube video.